I used to work harder, faster, make many, many hours, late nights, without sleep, and early mornings, cold showers. I did everything that I thought was in my possibility to raise my vibration because I was stuck at making 2 to maybe 5K per month. And I wanted to grow into the version of me who is able to make 10K per month. And I knew about this principle as above, so below. And however I did know about it, I still was stuck at making this same income month after month. And I wanted to expand the version of me because I have many reasons. I want to take care of my family. I want to tune into the best version of myself because I feel that that is coming close to source or God, whatever you want to call it. Yahweh, Jehovah. I tend to go with God. The universe is also good as well. I wanted to come back to creation because ultimately I believe that we're here, brought to earth, and chose to come here to create, whether it's making a family, whether it's making memories, whether it's making art, making impact. We're always trying to make a thing. From nothing, we create into all. And we do that in all our personal, passionate aspirations and dreams. But it all starts with a dream. However, I was still dreaming about this idea. It didn't work out. Why was it? I was stuck at this income. I knew logically that the principle, as in Hermetics, is told as above, so below. However, I was dreaming all these beautiful things. I was sensing it in the clouds. My entire being was tuned into that. Still, no reflection. And that is what we're going to talk about today, because I believe that many of you watching this video will be just like me. You have aspirations, you have dreams, you have visions about what your dream ideal situation would be, what your dream home would be like, what your dream living would be, in sense of making your own business in services and products, or maybe you want a dream job, attracting a nice, decent salary to take care of everyone who you love. And maybe just like me, you came to a point in which you said, well, I don't care about money that much. As long as I'm healthy, and as long as I can eat and I have a roof above my head, then I will be satisfied. I will be joyful and happy. But still you feel stressed out because you are doing things at your work, at your job, that tire you out. As soon as you come home and you just go relax and turn on the TV, maybe watch some Netflix, and you really have to regenerate because your workday was draining. And why I'm on this mission, this personal mission to share this dream of passion to profit, is because I know so many people out there have the opportunity to not only give energy at their jobs, but also receive so much energy, which will literally energize you. You will feel so excited about what you are doing because of what you are being. And who you are is what we decide inside. We'll talk about this principle today. My name is Joshua. I used to be a teacher of geography in high school, and now I follow the path into teach and educate people who want to start their own creative businesses or want to become a coach, because I've walked both paths. I'm a producer, songwriter, musician, and have had many beautiful experiences in which I made music and performed for people, and also got to write songs for organizations. And also I taught young students, which was my passion, about making music, producing, and everything that I've learned. And when I was younger, I never thought that I was the type of person who would go on a business type of journey. However, I did. And I was, as I was saying in the intro, someone who didn't care that much about money. But later on, I realized this has all to do not so much with my love for money, but I had an unclear image of myself. Because think of it, you think that it's altruistic to say that you don't care about money. That if everyone in the world didn't care about money, that it would be a beautiful place. However, if there's not money, how are we going to value stuff? Because in the end, money is just energy. And if you look at it from that perspective, then suddenly it's not bad at all to ask for money, because don't you want energy to do the stuff that you like to do? Don't you want energy to fulfill your dreams and those of your families? And don't you want to have the energy to go and travel across the world and see all these beautiful places? Suddenly, money is not the root of all evil anymore. It's like this. It's like a knife. This knife can be used to carve beautiful stuff into wood. I can make woodwork. I could use it to cut meat and to make lovely dishes. I could use it to cut fabric and make it into a t-shirt or something. I would rather use scissors in this situation, but you know, a knife could be used to create, but a knife can also be used to do terrible things. For example, the funny thing is, I didn't know how a buck knife worked when I first bought it. It would be cool for a video and for stuff that I would love to make. I never had anything like this before, but I figured, hey, let's change that. Let's just step into this identity of someone who's comfortable with a knife for a second. And the funny thing is, as soon as I opened the knife, I wanted to test how sharp it was. And it was, of course, freaking sharp. And I cut myself. I still have a scar right here. It's, I don't know if you can see it. Then I wanted to flip the knife and, tuck it in. But I didn't know how it worked. Now, there's this little lever here, which if I press it, then I can gently close the knife. But as you see, there's a closing system, like that. And I didn't know that, so I cut my other finger as well, because it was in between. So dumb, so stupid. So if you are ever going to buy something like this, do research, watch tutorials, which I did after I cut myself twice. I'm like that. Sometimes I'm like that. I can be clumsy. However, a knife in that way, I said, this is a terrible tool. Why did I buy this? It's horrible. It's only meant to hurt people. And now I'm suddenly so angry with this knife. But it's still the same knife as before. And figure how many terrible things you can do with a knife. Same goes with money. Money is like a knife because you can do terrible things with it. Look around. All we have to do is watch the news, see what they're doing, weaponizing the entire world, intoxicating so many things, and then suddenly money is the root of all evil because it's held within the hands of a tiny group on earth who is carrying us around like puppets and working their way as puppeteers. And then money, of course, is horrible. I don't want to have anything to do with money because I don't identify as such a human being. Think about this, is that you really are tuning your frequency, your vibration away from the value of money. So, in other words, you say, I don't attract money. I repent money. But if you say that money is a beautiful tool in which we also can help people to build and create and to heal the world, and make it a better place for you and for me, as Michael Jackson said, then suddenly money is not bad at all. And why can't you have fun if you came to this earth? You came on this earth as a soul in this flesh to experience the world. Because figure, if we're In the world of absolutism, which is the life after death, in which there is a sense of being in which there is no space or time or experience of that, because everything is only here and now. So therefore we know everything. So we know what love is about. We know what darkness is about, what light is. And we would never get a sense of it because there would be a knowing of it. However, when we're here on Earth and we are in the frequency of relativity, which means we experience, there's a difference in between you and me. However, there is not. There's no difference in between you and me. It's all the same. We're all one. But we cannot experience that if we're here on our Earth in our separate bodies. But if we let go of our physical bodies and tune into our souls, then this is limitless, infinite. And it's maybe sometimes hard for us to get sense of this in our physical being, but we're not meant to know everything. Because it's not about knowing, it's about feeling. And the same goes with, why am I stuck at 2 to 5K per month? You don't have to know exactly all of the reasons. You have to sense it. Because vibration is energy. And as I said before, even on scientific level, we can dive into this. Because if we look at our beings, we can see that I'm made of flesh and bones and hair and everything that's in between. And if I zoom in, I see that it's made out of water. I see that I'm made of carbon. I see that I'm made of many molecules. And these molecules, if we zoom in further, we see protons, neutrons, and electrons. And the funny thing is that my molecules are made of these building stones, but the molecules of, for example, this leather casket and the knife are also made of molecules and protons, neutrons, and electrons. And if we zoom in even further, we'll find quarks. And in between there's space, until we find another part which is even smaller than this. That's the way the universe is designed. It's infinite. If we can zoom in, it will be infinite. If we zoom out and go in outer space, it will be infinite as well. That's the way our simulation is created. So we will never find an end to it. Now, in other words, you and I are energy. Today we're going to dive into some misconceptions that were the biggest of them for me about value and money. Number one, piling on strategy. As I said before, it's not about what you do. It's what we are. First, be, or in state, I am. So in order to do that, you have to let go of everything you think you are. Because everything is perception. For example, if I say I am insecure and I don't find it easy to make decisions, then the contrary, the law of polarity shows that that's a decision. I'm making this decision that I cannot make decisions. Become and let go of what you think you are. And what you can do is write your current situation. This could be I am confident, wealthy, healthy. How do you know if the list is big enough? Well, if you stop thinking about possibilities, then you know you're done. So this could be a very long list. It could be a short list. That's up to you. The second step is that you're going to alter reality. So now you're going to write the situation in which you are insecure, or vice versa. Poor, sick. Why would we do this?
Why?
Because we want to become neutral. We want to become empty and state I am. It can always be better, it can always be worse. So in order for you to let go of the narrative which you have told yourself for many, many years maybe, is you have to become neutral. So even if you think it's positive, that's why I said in many videos before, let go of good, bad, positive, negative, right and wrong. Let go of judgment, is it will instantly bring you back to I am. And I am empty is source. Because when you are empty, you can become everything that you want. Anything. And you can let go of anything that you don't want to be. So think of it like this. Until you believe you're the type of person that's able to wield the knife, nothing moves. So until you think that you are able to do anything with this type of tool, and the knife is of course a metaphor for every tool that you want to use in strategies, marketing, books that you're going to read, whatever you're going to do, nothing will happen if you do not truly believe that you are able to do that. So how do we do that? Let go of what you think you are and become what you are going to set out to be created. And the reason why I'm stating this before is that many times we are piling on strategies after strategies after strategies, and you will see all these people on Instagram marketing their product, and you're thinking, well, why is it working for them and not for me? Well, maybe I should buy their strategy and try to learn what they're learning, and so I can figure out what they know, what I do not know. But it's not about what you know. Again, it's about who you are and who you choose to be. So that's why I said it. Piling on strategies is never going to help. So it all starts with how you feel inside. As above, so below. Operating from fear. First of all, understand that actually there's nothing else in the universe but energy. And this energy translates into the polarity of basically two ends of the pole. One being fear and the other being love. Fear and love, although they seem two different things, they can be expressed in and around of each other. So again, it's an illusion. We're in this world in which we experience relativity, however, it's an illusion. So if you're going out on a vibration, so this is you, and this is you as well. I'm so afraid. Please, someone help me. And here's you, and you're happy. Yay, I feel so happy. I'm the most jolly person around. Your vibration is sent out. This is the energy you send out. And this is the energy you send out as you're afraid. And remember, our energy is infinite. It will not be limited as our physical body is limited, because you're looking at my body, but my energy is filling this room. My energy is even filling your room right now because you're looking at this video and you're looking at my energy. And that's only one example, but energy is infinite. Now, why do bad things happen to good people is what has been said many, many times. And we have all have these experiences for ourselves, or maybe for people we know, that you know that you are a good person, but why is it happening that this person of fear, of toxical behavior is attracted to you? Because you're not attracted to him or her. Why is this always happening to me? Why is this coming at my reality? Well, the thing is, if someone is acting out of love, these vibrations do not match. So as soon as you are going to meet, you will feel that you're not on the same vibe. You're not on the same frequency. And as this other person who can come around in fear, but with this person, the fear is not expressed in being sad or being insecure. He actually is insecure, but he or she is expressing it as anger. So he is going to force his energy upon the rest in the room, because that's him protecting himself. That's his way of saving him from being hurt, because he has been hurt in the past, and the only way he knows to protect himself is to be angry, but actually he's afraid. And now this insecure person is attracting this person. Donald Duck is the one who always runs into bad luck, and his cousin, the one with the gold luck, he always attracts good things. And That's because he is in a frequency of love. He loves what he does. He loves himself. So it's not about if you're a good or bad person, because you can be very nice and kind. However, if your frequency is fear, you will attract angry people. And you can be very selfish and still attract all the good things, because your vibration, your frequency is love. So that's why I say let go of good, bad, right, wrong, negative, positive, because it's all perception. And if you do this, then you can ultimately change your way of operating, and you will stop operating from fear and you will go to love. That's why I say with our program, passion to profit. Act upon what you are passionate about. Act upon what you love to do, and you will ultimately see that your frequency, if you truly love what you do and do not be distracted by the fear of, oh, will I get enough assignments? Oh, will I get enough clients? Will I perform good enough? Will I, all these fears, let go of them, and you will act upon only love, then that's what you attract. And suddenly these clients just are drawn to you. You don't even know what's happening to you. And in the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill writes about this as well. There's only two sides of the river. One side flows towards wealth and the other flows towards poverty. The only thing you have to do to get into the state of flow of abundance and wealth is make the choice to change your perception and position in of the flow. In other words, let go of fear, tune into love. Mistake number 3 is an unclear image of self. Now, we've seen this before. We said it in other videos as well. You can look upon these videos too to get a better sense of what an image is. But an image is what we think and feel about ourselves. It's thought plus feeling. In other words, this is spiritual. This cannot be seen, but it can be sensed. You don't see what I think in my mind. You don't know how I feel. Maybe I had a terrible morning. You don't know. You cannot see it. Carl Jung speaks of our shadow selves, the version of ourselves that we tend to ignore. And this is the part of us that we are ignoring all of the time. That's why I said, if I humble myself down, then I can truly see the shadow parts of myself. I know there will be situations in which you will be totally in control, but maybe let go of the control, because when you look at the universe, it's chaos, it's chaotic. So why would you be out of nature if our whole sense of being is chaos? And it's the law of rhythm. There's moments in which we will attract, and there's moments in which we will repent. We cannot stop its natural force of flowing. Think of it like this. If you are going to ignore certain compartments or parts of your entity, of your being, then what it does is that your image of yourself will be unclear. And you might think that you can express this out into the world, but what you send out, what you feel inside your image, will be reflected as a physical manifestation outside. And if that's a cluttered image, unclear, then it will be seen, sensed as unclear to other people around. And maybe they cannot see it with the physical eye, but they can sense it. And they will say, there's something a little bit off about this dude. I do not trust it, so I will not buy. It's just this gut feeling. Why? I cannot explain. I just don't feel it. Now, this is happening maybe to you as well. So make sure that you are clear of who you are, even the shadow part. Embrace the shadow, because without darkness, there can be light. It's the law of polarity. One cannot exist without the other. So in order to be the most enlightened person, you have to embrace your shadow and darkness. Get a clear image of yourself and truly love your entire being. Now, we've spoken about our identity and how this is the key to unlock new reality. I've created this total free identity shift bootcamp, especially for creative entrepreneurs and coaches who want to get sense of who they are, what their products and services could be about. And we step into the version of ourselves who's ready to earn and attract 10K per month. Forget about the word earn. You already earn and you deserve the entire world. Now it's about raising our vibration in terms of getting the secret of how to unlock this way of living. If this sounds something like you, the link is down below. Click it and opt in. You will join the community. So there are no obligations here, only value for you to get, because it's not about changing yourself. It's about finding the version of you that's the most lovable in your sense of being. So we're going to do that in this course. Jump into it, make the change, and liberate your mind. Well, with that said, let's continue the video. So how do you stay in flow after these 3 mistakes or misunderstandings or misinterpretations that we found about value? It's these practical steps. So how to continue now that we know this is, number 1, bring awareness to your reality. Bring awareness to your reality. So what this means is that you're going to bring attention to everything that happens in your life, and you're going to sense if this is intentional or that it was unintended. So we bring attention to at least 2 to 3 pivotal moments on your day. This could be a fun thing to do as well with your partner maybe, or maybe at home with your family. You just speak about what happened today on your job or as you were going on around your business, and choose 2 to 3 pivotal moments and write it down later on. It would be so beautiful if you can come to neutral ground. So maybe you can first off write your emotions. So I felt like this. I think it was XYZ. And later on you can write the alternative version of this. And we spoke about this in the polarity. And after that you can bring intention, which means is, do I want XYZ to continue? In other words, is it serving my being or not? Is everything that I become right now aligning with the version of me that's able to earn 10K per month? So make a clear image of that version of you. And once again, you can tune into the Identity Shift Bootcamp to easily do this. But for now, simply follow these steps. Number 2 is aligned decisions. Is whatever you are opting in aligning with the version of you that's able to earn 10K per month? Remember, everything is energy and frequency. If you're saying, for example, I cannot afford it, that's a decision. Maybe it doesn't feel like a decision, but if you say I cannot afford XYZ, you're in the energy of lack. I don't have time. I don't have space. I don't have the opportunity. Make a decision, but it should be aligned with your purpose. So if you want to buy a yacht and you don't have the money and you have to sell your home to do that, it's not aligned with your decision and your path. So you have to be realistic about this as well. So, for example, if you want to make an investment in, because you want to become a photographer, but you cannot afford a camera, is saying I cannot afford is a statement. And if you say I cannot afford a camera, then the answer to your question is I don't have a camera and I will not get it. Reframe it. I am the type of leader, because when you run a business or when you are a coach, you are a leader. I'm the type of leader that effortlessly attracts XYZ. So it might be a camera, it might be the money that's needed to invest in your project, it might be the time, the energy, the space, the room. It doesn't really matter. You see, it doesn't matter, because whatever you think of will materialize. The matter will come to you, as you make a clear image and visualization of what you tend to attract to your frequency. Lack, abundance, that's what we're going for right here, because this is abundance. It's all energy. Number 3 is the last tip for today. It's your community. Who do you commune with? We become who we spend the most times with. We become who we spend the most energy in interactions with. Because that's what it is. I'm giving you energy and you're giving me energy, and therefore there's an interaction between it. Same goes when you pay something, there's an interaction of money. Because you pay a specific price for a specific good or service. Same goes with your friendship, same goes with your families, and everyone that you spend time with in your community. We become who we spend most of our time, space, and energy with. Mostly the top 5 people that you see. If you want to grow, make sure that you are the smallest in the room. If you're the biggest in whatever your passion is in your community, then it might be time for you to look and broaden your vision in terms of finding other people who are resonating on that frequency so you can grow. If that is your intention, if you want to attract the 10K effortlessly, surround yourself with people who are already doing that, because they will show you the way and how easy this actually is. And that's why opting in a community within Passion to Profit is so beneficial to your journey, because you will opt in people who are on the same journey, trying to get at that identity. So I want to end the video right there, because here's the deal. You can move along and follow your own path, which I will always encourage to do, because it's so beautiful to discover this world and everything around doing business in the creative business or as a coach is so beautiful to do. The alternative option is that you find guidance, because it can be very lonely, but it could be very cozy and warm together with a community that's supporting your goal and that you can resonate on. Because I know how it is to be on this journey and feel lonely because you feel like no one really gets what you're at. And that could be changed, because that's the alternative option for you to join the guidance. That's why I created Passion to Profit, because I know it's so beautiful to learn and grow together with people who are resonating on the same frequency, and it will elevate your entire vibe. It will make you jump into a different reality and quantum leap into another version of you who is already attracting the 10K effortlessly. I've seen it happen. I've witnessed it. And I want to share it with you. But this is not for everyone, because you have to be passionate about something you want to do, and you have to be sure and certain about that you want to step into this identity. So if you feel like this resonates with you, you can opt in, and there's a link down below in which you can opt in for the coaching. I do not work with everyone for this specific reason, because I want to protect the community that we are holding within this Passion to Profit program. Because if I would allow anyone just to come in this community, then it would distort the frequency that we're looking for. So if you feel like this could be something for me, opt in. We can have a conversation and see if it works out for you, as it does work out for me and the community. And we'll see about that later. If you feel like I want to continue my journey on myself and I don't want to join a community yet, then there's another option, because I created this Soul to Silk program in which we sense who we are and don't think too much logically and physically, but tend to go into the spiritual side of doing business. Because in the end, it's about balance. It's about embodying both, doing and taking physical action and thinking about strategies. But the most important thing is to first become, as we said in this video. And Soul to Sail tunes into becoming and bringing awareness to who you want to set out to be and what your service and program can be to others. And we're creating this soul aligned offer, so you don't feel like you're selling your soul in terms of you don't truly believe in what you're doing there and just want to just make money. It's not about making money, it's about attracting abundance, resonating with your value, which is inside. Passion to Profit, Soul to Sail, those are the two programs I have for you right now. And the other way is just to continue by watching this channel. If you do so and you like what you see, please let us know, because we can grow our community. And if you like the video, other people will get the opportunity to get this lesson as well. And as I said, as early on in this video, our mission is to raise the vibration in this world and to help people to step into their passion. So with all this said, thank you so much if you made it to this point of the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on other content in the future. And as I always say, liberate your mind. Become the best version of yourself. Until next time, much love.